Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Gilmer's channel, and welcome back to 1403 Bohemia, which is modern-day Czech Republic, and probably some other parts as well, but mostly modern-day Czech Republic. It's the people in this game, the characters in this game speak Czech. It's translated English, of course, but they're Czechs. But anyway, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This game starts at about 3 weeks after the last game ended, or maybe just a week. Yeah, maybe just a week, but it's very soon after the last game ended. As if you remember, in the last game, there was a kind of a meeting of the nobles: Sir Radzikobala, Sir Hanish of Lipa, Margrave Jobst, and John of Liechtenstein, and they gathered together to discuss trying to make an alliance with the League of Lords, which is the head of that, I think, is Otto von Berghoff. And so our quest at the end of the last game was going to be deliver a letter of alliance, or at least a letter of sounding out what Lord Berghoff wants, and our quest is to deliver it to him. So that's the beginning of this game. Now, the initial part of this game is kind of like a flash forward. Anyway, the only other thing I can say is the graphics are amazing. I liked KCD1's graphics. I thought they were great. I think these graphics take it even further, or up above. And the last thing I think I wanted to talk about is that I built my new computer, to play this game. Now, I built it about a year before they announced this game was coming out, but I knew it would need better specs than my old computer. My old computer has an AMD 3800X chip, and then a graphics card was the NVIDIA 3070. And it could have played this game, but it wouldn't have been good. The graphics, the settings would have had to been very low. But I built this computer. It has a AMD 7800 X3D chip and a graphics card of 7900 XTX, which obviously isn't the best at the time that I built it. At the time that I built this, the RTX 4090 was the best card, but cost about $600 more, and I don't make that much money. Or, well, I could have afforded it, but I couldn't justify spending $600 more for a graphics card. Anyway, this game looks amazing to me on the specs that I have. As you can see in the upper right corner, it says 60 FPS. That's the highest it goes, but I'm playing it in 4K, which the KCD1 I played in 2140 or 2K, or or 1440 was how it was output to YouTube. So I'm not sure how this will output to YouTube, but I'm hoping it will be a little bit better. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the game. We're going to play a new game, Playline 2. I have been playing this game some because it came out on February 4th, and I've been looking for it for a very long time. At the beginning of the 15th century, the Kingdom of Bohemia is ravaged by war, modern-day Czech Republic. King Wenceslaus IV is taken captive by rebellious nobles and his brother King Sigismund of Hungary. Lacking a ruler, the land descends into chaos. A handful of loyalists stand by the rightful king. This is Sukdal 1403. This is a fortress near...
Keep firing! Don't stop!
How he turned his head away.
We need more arrows! Need help here, damn it! You, grab whatever you can and get up top!
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep!
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others.
Look out!
Seems a little feet, might be drunk. Nope. Godwin. Father Godwin of Uches.
Godwin! Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move!
Father!
Sir Hans Capon.
Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battle, Sir Hans. With booze.
With booze. He never changes.
Get ready!
Prepare to shoot! Position!
Some people call it a catapult, I call it a trebuchet.
Take cover!
I just have to say, the graphics are amazing. The scenery is amazing.
A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
And the cutscenes are amazing. I've gotten better with this crossbow too. That's another change that they made for KCD2. They now have crossbows. And they're a lot easier to shoot.
Godwin! Come in! Get up and shoot! We have to repel them!
Got one. Shooting. You can load and aim crossbow hold right, and then shooting it with the left. Got the second one. Got a third one. Shoot this guy up here. Fourth one. Where is it? Can't shoot that guy.
You're not up to
There's a
it!
guy up here. We hit him, but we didn't kill him.
Now you're finished!
We'll get him.
Get ready! They're coming inside!
Got him.
Godwin, move downstairs! We can handle it here!
Got about 5.
Godwin! Get over here with that crossbow and join the line. Return fire! What are you waiting for? Die, you brother!
Got him.
Take cover!
Got him.
Get ready for another attack! This one, stop them! That's it! Godwin, draw your sword and follow me!
This guy's the dry devil. Pretty colorful name. His parents actually named him. Fight. Press the left button to attack and right to defend.
Ammo, they'll overrun us!
Shoot your head off!
Awesome.
Look at this. Just calm down.
They got a different voice guy for Goblin.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, Vat. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
That random arrow went in there was kind of funny. Looks like the courtyard's being overrun.
Everyone to the tower!
I wonder where Henry is in all this. Not looking too good. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think they've done an excellent job on the graphics. And that smoke kind of covering it is pretty cool. It's pretty. Nice. Several weeks earlier. So this is about a week after the meeting in the last meeting in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Oh, there goes Mike. Oh, we got Pebbles back. You remember I sold Pebbles for Jen. For some reason we got Pebbles back.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, you vat!
There's Henry.
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
Dentes Fortuna
Oh,
Ayuvat.
Dentes Fortuna Juvat.
Ayuvat.
Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir! Trotsky!
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money.
The artist that did this must be pretty talented. I'm just going to tell you that. Apparently, Trotsky Castle in current day times is a ruins, and so they had to rebuild it, you know, inside the game.
Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
I agree.
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course. How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Audentes fortuna juvat! See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Nick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing.
Sounds like Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Well, here's one dwarf she won't ensnare so easily. I have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox. Oh.
The dwarf breathed so loud we could have shot him in the dark.
It's about 13 guys. We got 6.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Around them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, don't stand a chance against them.
Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
The main guy is Arsenal from KCD1. Luke Dale confirmed that. He said this guy's Arson Balls. Remember, if you watched any playthroughs of KCD1.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Leipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Leipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Leipa is on the side of King Wenceslas. While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund. So it would appear we are enemies.
Come on, Henry. Go up and assert yourself.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
All right, before I get into this, I just wanted to mention, like I said before, Captain Thomas, the voice actor for Hans Capon has confirmed that Captain Thomas was Arson Balls from KCD1. If you played it or watched the playthrough, you know who we're talking about. Archibald, but Hans Capon kept calling him Arson Balls. The next thing I want to mention is, we got Pebbles back. I mentioned that before, but I wanted to mention that when I have a point in time where I can actually say it and everybody can hear it. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, what is your playstyle? Soldier likes nothing more than to have a weapon in his hand and wear a strong suit of armor. He is also infamous for his short temper. Advisor prefers to solve things using his knowledge, sharp tongue, and a kind word. Scout likes to hide in the shadows and solve tasks silently, undetected, and by stealth. Choosing a playstyle will give you some starting experience points, but the choice of what traits you will develop next is up to you, which is exactly like KCD1 was. During the prologue, you had certain choices you could make in discussions with your mom to give you starting points in the skill that you wanted to have higher than the rest. Okay, so here are our choices. I'm a soldier and Lord Capon's bodyguard. I'm an advisor to a nobleman and an envoy. And then I am the scout of our company If you watch my KCD1 playthrough, you know that I'm going to select I'm a soldier. I like fighting. I like the combat. So that's what I'm going with.
I'm a soldier and Lord Capon's bodyguard. My job is to defend him with my life.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band. So why should I trust you?
Persuasion. You can solve a lot of situations by convincing the other side. In dialogues, you will have a choice of some of the options below that define how you will react, but beware. Persuasion requires the other party to believe you. You have speech. You try to handle the situation peacefully and without conflict. Charisma. You make use of your noble appearance and good reputation. Might. You try to come across as a hero and protector of the weak. Coercion. You say anything to get your way, even using lies and manipulation. And as you can see, the icon has a forked tongue. Domination, you make it clear to the other person that you're superior to them. And dread, when reasoning doesn't work, threats might. The persuasion skill is influenced by your other stats and skills. You can find detailed descriptions in your inventory under the player tab. Let's go to the next page. Persuasion, many situations can be solved by reasoning with the other party. Within dialogues, you'll have several options of how to react, but be warned, the other party won't always believe you. And as you can see, we have coercion 3, speech 6, might 8, and domination 10. And then in some cases, you can actually bribe somebody with money, and if they give you that option, it usually works. Reputation with the counterparty. Persuasion is not about picking the highest number. It's about who you're talking to, what you look like, what your reputation is. For example, threatening a bunch of thugs with violence alone is usually pointless, just like claiming to be a nobleman with straw sticking out of your boots. All right? Choose correctly. By choosing speech, you will try to resolve the situation using your diplomatic skills, or try appealing to your noble appearance. People are more inclined to believe a well-dressed lord than a beggar. Alternatively, try to convince the counterparty of your chivalry and offer your martial skills and strength. So, for speech, we have a score of 14. As envoys, we're offering an alliance. For charisma, we have a score of 11. Do we really look like bandits to you? And for might, we have as soldiers, we have a score of 16. We have, as soldiers, we can help you with the bandits. I am going with this, not because it's the highest, but I think this is the best choice.
We want to negotiate an alliance, and we can help you with those bandits. Together, we'll put them in their place, as a sign of goodwill. And then you'll escort us to Trotsky, and everything will be explained. You'll see.
Success.
Judging by the looks
Reputation
of you,
gained.
your help might well come in handy. All right.
So that worked. And he's calling off his men and saying, stand down. He believes our story, which is, our story's true.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall. Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone let a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to?
He didn't like that.
I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Farewell, good sir. Farewell, arson balls.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them.
This pond is in the trailer where they go swimming. There are a few little glitches like the spelling and some of the
Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the
parts.
bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
There are some spots where the spelling isn't correct, but those are minor glitches. I don't think they'll get fixed. I don't think spelling glitches in the KCD1 were ever fixed, but it doesn't take away from the game.
Henry! Whistle at that mutt of yours to stop barking.
Call your dog. Hold X to call Mutt.
Mutt! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you
find-
that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
You can find
Well,
detailed descriptions
hoorah!
of all tasks in the
Peace at
journal. J.
last. That barking was a pain in the ass.
Yep. Okay, so this is the journal, J. It gives you all your quests. So find out from Sir Hans what the plan is and find something to eat for Mutt and feed him, optional. And then that gives you a little description over here of what's been going on. I'm not going to read all that. I will read this. We set up camp, but there's still a lot of time till nightfall. I should go and ask Sir Hans what we do now. Mutt is hungry. Oates is the one who's in charge of supplies, so I should go and ask him if he can give me something for Mutt. So before we do that, we've got Mutt. It's a little... And there's Pebbles. Like I said in the last game in my playthrough, I always get rid of Pebbles and get Jenda, which is the best horse in KCD1. But Pebbles is a pretty good horse in this game, but you have to get a buff on him. And that's all I'll say about it now. What now? Talk to Lord Capon. You can find him by following the compass pointer at the top of the screen. But also the optional part is Oates. So let's try to get something to eat for Mutt.
Listen, would you have some scraps for Mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
You don't even have one rib? Not one rib? It's not really important to get this. We'll get food at Trotsky. I know this is going to fail, but it's speech of 14.
Come on, Oates. We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow, and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Those sausages of yours are only fit for a dog anyway.
For Christ's sake, stop giving me a hard time. I'll have you know that sausage is fucking good. But neither you nor your dog will get to taste it.
Wouldn't you swap it for something?
I might. Tankard has my ring. I lost it to him at dice, and if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you that sausage.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Henry's hair is better than my hair. Let's
Do you know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
do you think we'll succeed? No, maybe we can make peace.
We might even discuss how to make peace with Sigismund.
Peace? I don't know. Sigismund is winning and he won't want to parley for peace. But I hope there's some chance of a truce, at least an armistice. The main thing is that it don't get no worse. Hacking up cumins is one thing, But if it comes to Czechs fighting against Czechs, that'd be nasty.
Do you think we'll succeed?
To tell the truth, I'm starting to get a bit anxious about what to expect tomorrow. Do you think our big mission will be successful?
Nothing to worry about. We'll get to Trotsky, Sir Hans and von Burgo will parley, and then we'll ride back. Done.
You're a bit sure of yourself, eh?
Well, this ain't my first time delivering a message. Everything will go according to plan. Don't you worry.
Do you know these parts?
Do you know these parts?
A little. It's all rocks and woods. Lovely to look at, but shit for hunting in. If you don't watch your step, you could easily fall down some fissure.
So you've been in Trotsky before?
Not Trotsky itself. Once I just passed through here with Sir Hanush's escort.
Ah, I expect that's why he sent you with us.
No doubt, but also because I'm not as rash as you youngsters. And besides, as the cook, I make sure you lot don't gobble up all the supplies at once.
Ha. Alright, so we can go and try to win a ring from Tankard that is Oates' ring, so that we can trade him for some food. Let's talk to Nicholas.
How do you like it here?
I'll tell you, it's nothing like home.
And have you ever been further than Rattay?
No, I never was, but I always wanted to. That's why Oates put in a word for me so I could ride along. Besides, for an adventurous expedition like this, you've got to have the right gear and good horses. And I'm in charge of them.
I'm a bit anxious about tomorrow. How about you? Are you worried?
A wee bit. But we've got good intentions. Sir Hans is responsible. And sensible too, when it comes to important things. And no doubt Lord von Berghoff is a wise man and he'll hear him out with a cool head. Clever folks can always somehow come to an agreement, can't they?
Yeah, maybe.
That's right. And also, we're coming with an offer of alliance. I can't imagine what could happen for them not to receive us.
Not much chance of that.
Do you take good care of the horses? It seems like I'm insulting them, but I don't lose reputation.
Did you take good care of our horses? I can't say they're exactly whinnying with joy.
Don't make fun of me, eh? Whenever they need anything, I take care of it for you. The only thing that bothers me is them cliffs and rocky paths. I hope none of the horses breaks a leg.
Yeah, I didn't lose any reputation for saying that, but I don't really think you liked it.
Come on, Conrad.
What? Go back here
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God.
and get this weighted die.
I ain't playing with...
Okay, player menu, general information. The player menu is where you can find all sorts of important information about Henry and the surrounding world. It is divided into 6 sections between which you can move to the right and the left. You can see which section of the player menu you're in the upper signpost. So it's M for map, J for journal, I for inventory, P for player information, and N is the codex. It's kind of like a encyclopedia of names and places and, you know, different society terms and things like that. We'll go through it kind of quick. It says player next panel. So this is the player menu. Click on the icon to rearrange the items. Oh, so this is usually you'll see a picture of Henry right here, and it'll show everything he's wearing, and it will tell you in here what he's wearing as well. Over here, it gives you information about the actual item. So right here, it has broadsword selected. It's bloody. The blood drop means it's bloody. The little white hand, which I think it's usually red, means it's stolen. And if it's green, has green drops like this, that means poison is applied to the weapon. You have items equality, which one of the outfits, which is something new that it's equipped in. As you can see, it has 3 coats of arms, which means it is equipped in all 3 of your outfits. Current money 1,000. Current encumbrance capacity 102 over 380. Let's go to the next screen. Putting on armor. Putting on armor has a few important rules that must be followed. Properly assembled armor will protect you the best. You must always wear additional head protection under your helmet, such as a coif or a hood. The helmet itself will protect you from being cut, while the protection underneath, and there that word's misspelled. So I don't think they'll go back and correct stuff like this, and it doesn't. To me, it doesn't really take away from the gameplay, but it is something that I've noticed. While the protection underneath absorbs heavy impacts. Gambeson under chest armor. A gambeson is a long, thick padded shirt that's under the chest armor that cushions your body and between the metal and your body to keep the metal, from scraping up your body or whatever. I don't know. Quilted hose under leg armor, similar to the first two, and then shoes under spurs. Obviously, if you're not wearing shoes, you can't put on spurs, so you have to have shoes on before you put the spurs on. Next, this is something new. You can create 3 outfits for different occasions in the inventory and switch between them on the fly. Each outfit is marked with a coat of arms, and every item you're equipped with in that outfit is marked the same way. Multiple coats of arms on an item means that you have it equipped in multiple outfits. Using outfits, you can create a full plate armor set for close combat, a sneaking outfit for stealthy business, or even a dapper ensemble for when you want Henry to make a good impression. Okay, so we've looked at all that. So let's go back. So as you can see, this is the inventory panel. It shows Henry standing here. It shows all the items that he's wearing, and then over here the items are listed. So the mail collar, this is mail collar, and you can get information on the mail collar by selecting it and then pressing A, and this little panel shows out a short chainmail collar called a gorget or gorget. I don't know how to pronounce that. Protects the neck and guards the warrior from being cut or penetrated by a blade under the visor of his helmet, and it also protects your neck. So anyway, if we go by what it said about armor, the coif goes on before the helmet, so I'll just equip that and then equip that, and then we're good. And, like I said, we can go through all the different things in the player tab. You can find all the information about Henry's stats, abilities, and current status. Throughout the game, you'll earn perk points, which you can use to improve your stats, skills, and warfare capabilities. In other tabs, you'll find buffs that can temporarily affect Henry's status, your reputation in places you've been, and recall combos, or check the status of your animal companions. So as you can see, it's very similar to KCD1. You have strength, agility, vitality, speech. Under skills is your type of skill things that like horsemanship and craftsmanship and alchemy and things like that. Combat, obviously, just like from KCD1, you have skills in different types of weapons, and then combos, buffs, reputation, statistics. Statistics is just what it means. It's information about the gameplay, how long you played, how far you've ridden, how far you've walked, things like that, and then sidekicks. So if we go to statistics, if you just take a look at this, time played, money owned, money acquired, distance traveled, distance run, distance sprinted, distance ridden, that type of things. And it's interesting to have. And then sidekicks, much obedience 63, current command to heal, which means to follow.
Why not?
Because you cheat!
I do not.
Oh? And how come you always win then, eh?
That's an easy...
Let's talk to him first. How do you think tomorrow will work out?
How do you think things will end up tomorrow?
How? No ways, I reckon. Whenever someone parleys with someone about something, it takes ages.
Why do you think that?
See me and Conrad now? We can't even agree who's going to be on watch this evening. But then, I'm just a spear carrier. I ain't got the head for no noble manners. Ask Oates. He'll know more about it for sure.
All right, maybe we'll come to some agreement.
Maybe in the end, Lord Capon and von Berghoff will arrive at some agreement.
Aye, maybe. We'll see.
Do you know this domain?
Have you ever been in these parts before?
No, but I know there's a village called Troskovitz at the foot of the castle, and there's a tavern there. Me and Conrad will go there and fatten our purses nicely on the locals. I got the dice ready for it. If Sir Hans gives us a bit of free time, like. I must remind him.
Where's this table from?
Where did you get the table from?
From that cave behind me. It was just lying there. So I says to myself, that's better than playing on the ground.
How about playing dice for the ring?
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure. How's about spicing it up with a little wager?
I heard you won a ring off Oates. What about that?
Fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky. All right?
That sounds all right to me. Dice basic rules. If you're interested in gambling, you can find a game of dice in any respectable tavern. Held dice from previous throws. Dice selected to be held. This is this. And then current selection. Choosing dice. If you have any dice in your inventory, you can choose them. Choose to use them before starting the game. Most dice have special properties that you can read about in the description. These allow you to use special techniques to improve your luck. You start the game by rolling all 6 dice. Select the scoring dice you want to keep, put them to the side, and gain points for them at the end of your turn. Then roll the rest again. You can keep rolling until you run out of dice. However, if you don't roll a single scoring die, you lose all points. That's called bust. All points gained on this turn. That's called bust, and it happens a lot. The art of dice is to finish your turn and score points before you run the risk of not rolling a single scoring die. The first person to reach the score goal is the victor. You can see all point information for the current game in the bottom left hand corner. So here's my information. Here's the opponents. If we were playing, I would have 1650 points. He'd have 250, and then I'd have 250 that I could possibly get on this round, which would put me at 1900. Let's change the page. And so these are all the combinations that you can get from the points. If you don't, it has to be 3 of something every single time, except in the case of a straight, and these are the straight values, or you can have 1 die of a 1 or a 5, and that could be a scoring die as well. And if you get 4 of something, like its example is the 2s. So if you have 3 2s, that's 200. If you have 4 2s, it doubles to 400. If you have 5 2s, it doubles to 800. And if you have 6 2s, it doubles to 1600. And 1s are a little different. If you get 4 1s, that's 2000. If you get 5 1s, that's 4000. So it's, 1s are pretty important. So let's go. And I'm going to select the way to die. If we click Q, it'll tell us a mysterious playing die found in the ruined house. Suspiciously, it tends to land on 1, which is good for us. Confirm.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side.
So we're trying to get to 1500. So I have a 1 and I have a 5, and that's the only things that I can select. And I will select the 1, and I'll keep rolling. I won't even keep the 5 because it's only 50 points. I have a 1, a 5, and a 5. I could select all 3, or I can roll again and not keep the 5s.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
I roll like crap for some reason. I'm going to select all of these and just score because it's a crappy roll, but sometimes you get them. And of course, he does just freaking awesome. Although it's only 450.
That's enough for me. Your turn.
All right, 3 1s. 3 1s is 1,000. Oh man. So now, if I score these die, I get 1,400. I'm 100 below, and he gets a chance. So I have to weigh the option or the odds of him scoring 1,050 points on his next turn, or me getting 100 points on the turn after that if he doesn't. Or I could score and continue and hope that the rolling the 2, the 6, and the 6 again will give me a 1 or 2 5s or some other scoring combination. I'm going to go ahead and score this. I don't want to.
Don't drag it out. I want to play too. You know.
I don't want to press my luck on that. So he's got 2 1s.
Here.
That started out better. That's going good. Oh, please don't have 3 1s. Nope. He's not doing
that'll
good 'cause
do.
he's just getting single die scores. And if he busts, now he got a 5.
No, that's as far as I go.
So if I get 100 points, I win. And so I can select the 2 5s. That gives me 100 points. I score. I win.
You must have a... Damn your eyes. You played well. What's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
So...
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a
now
few
we can
dice.
go back to Oates.
For the love of God.
Give him the ring.
It seems Tankard can't tell a 5 from a 6. I won that ring off him.
You beat the bastard. Ha! You're a dab hand, Henry. Thanks. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman will break her broom over my back.
What will you give me for it?
Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison.
All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage.
Yeah. True enough.
One little game, mate.
To feed your
Leave
dog.
me alone.
To
I
feed
know you
Mutt,
only too well.
Look at him, press
It's all
L,
one little
Alt,
game. One
left
little
Alt,
game.
and then select
And then
1
you go
for
and take
feed.
my last groschen.
Come on, Mutt.
Here, Mutt.
So I dropped the venison for him, or the sausage for him.
Why don't we carry on to the footy of the Trotsky?
If you
They
can
must
press
have
V.
a tavern
You
there.
silly
Fellows
Mutt.
would have a game there.
Give over, Tankard.
Okay.
There'll be time enough for the tavern after we deliver the letter.
Let's go talk to Hans.
Henry.
Hey, Hans.
Henry. Oh, that was a tight thing with the captain, eh?
It wasn't nice.
It looked for a while like we'd be charging at each other.
I must say, I wasn't expecting that bastard to start on me.
Yeah, I could tell.
But we managed the situation all right in the end. He even apologised to us. If Hanush had seen it, maybe he'd finally stop treating me like a child, eh?
Well, I don't know. When I look at you, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Kiss my arse. And by the way, since you're here, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. I see you're still in armour, so we can get to it right away. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Equip yourself. Press I to open your inventory and equip yourself. So I've already put on my helmet and my coif, and then I can equip the training sword. Can I take it out? Oh yeah, I can. Shall we start sword fighting?
So, should we start?
Ready?
Yes.
Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead.
Press 1
I
to draw
just
the
can't
weapon.
wait.
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me.
Press the left mouse button to perform an attack. You can select the direction of the attack by moving the mouse. The 3 long spikes in the upper part of the rosette are used to select the direction of your attack, while the arrow shape at the bottom is used for stabs.
Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Well, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Chain attack. You chain attacks by pressing the attack button, left button again while your first attack is still in progress. Chain in attacks is faster and more efficient.
Very nice. Get him, Henry. That got you panting, eh?
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking,
You can
you
cover
still have to
yourself by
take
holding
care
the right
you have
button.
strength left to defend.
So
Now save the advice and try it yourself.
hold right
Gladly.
button to block.
On guard!
That's the way.
This is glitched.
Why don't you cover yourself?
I am. I don't know why.
Defend yourself properly.
The clash of blades.
That's the way. Cover, for Christ's sake. Good.
I don't understand this. This part is a little glitched.
What are you doing?
I am
Cover.
pressing, I'm pressing the block button and it's just not working sometimes. But I've already noticed this before. It's not that big of a deal.
What are you doing? Cover.
I'm trying.
Why don't you cover yourself?
I am pressing block. I really am.
Good.
Finally.
Oh, that's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh?
Perfect block. You can form
You've
a
become a
perfect block
real
by pressing
swordsman.
right button
Start your attack then.
during the opponent's attack when the green
That's it.
shield symbol appears in
You're
the
doing
middle
great,
of the
Henry.
rosette. So the green shield. We're looking for the green shield. And you got to do it quick.
Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready.
So if you block it and then immediately attack,
Good, Henry.
that's a riposte. So block, immediately attack.
Sweet.
Block. Oops.
You have to block first.
Oh, I did it again. I wasn't quick enough. Block, immediately attack.
Well, hey, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered, where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then. Nice.
Changing the attack zone. You can change the attack zone by moving your mouse. By attacking a zone where your opponent is not holding his weapon, you can reduce his chance
Good riposte.
of performing a perfect block.
I was too
I don't
slow.
think he's
Nice.
moving his weapon.
Point for Henry.
He's not even.
All
moving
right,
his
all
weapon.
right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
How about more?
100? How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard. First
More like
hit.
that, and he'll be on his back.
And you always got to watch your stamina. Always try to make your stamina go back up.
Jesus! How did you do that?
So I'm backing up to get my stamina up.
Ow! Kurva! How do you do it?
You fight like an old hag!
Ow! Kurva!
This has been choppy. I wonder why it's being choppy. It usually isn't.
Ow!
Kurwa!
You're no match for me!
Cut the bullshit and fight!
Go for it!
Fuck me!
Ah!
Ow! Kurwa!
I don't know why it's being choppy. It has not been choppy every single time.
Go, fellas, go!
Except for today.
Nice block.
Ow! Kurwa! Fuck me!
That was some wallop. Now that's what I call swordplay. Go for it!
How do you do it? Ow! Kurwa!
You fight like an old hag!
Bastard! Ow! Kurwa!
That's what I call swordplay.
You knocked the stuffing out of me.
It's over.
I yield! Enough! Oh, for fuck's sake, you're unstoppable!
I am.
You won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Now let's go and eat. That swordplay gave me quite an appetite.
Me too. That was fun, Sir Hans. I done told you once, you SOB, I'm the best it's ever
So
been.
who won, gentlemen?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies? Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
I had to drag you out. Strength. If this will increase your strength, agility, vitality, or speech, whichever one you choose. I dragged you apart. Agility. You could have carried on with us till morning. Vitality. I cleared things up with the husband. Speech is harder than any of the other three to increase, so I'm going to choose speech.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we dragged you home right away...
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot...
Throwing groschen around like that? Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret.
Me
The
either.
whole world turns around wenches.
Yes,
Ain't
they
that
do.
right, Henry?
You're right.
You
Exactly.
never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
I am a nobleman, or, well, a bastard of a nobleman, and I am honorable, and I don't speak of my ladies.
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ach, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
I told you, I am an honorable person, and I don't speak of my ladies.
Ah, forget it, you horny goat. This discussion is over.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Tankard is a regular Dolorous Ed.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
Okay, so if I select Mutt Caught a Scent, I increase Houndsmaster. If I select I was with you the whole time, that's stealth. I was looking for some shelter, that's survival. And I needed a bit of peace and quiet. Scholarship. Scholarship is hardest of them all to increase. And even though I don't really like the response I get from this, this is the one I'm going to select so I can get an increase in scholarship.
I needed a bit of peace and quiet. I had a stroll around, checking out what plants grow here, praying for the success of our mission. Then I came back.
At last someone with some sense who's not in a hurry all the time.
If I always had to think everything over, but...
I wouldn't have rolled in the hay with so many girls if I spent my time just thinking about it.
Thanks for the prayer, anyway.
He's kind of a...
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
I'm staying silent. I'll let Sir Hans reply.
I've already told you all I know. Von Berghoff is a very important nobleman, the royal chamberlain. He administers the country for the king, collects taxes. It's like this. There's the king, then him, then a very big gap, and then me. And we are envoys sent to offer him an alliance.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
So obviously, if you select the first one, you get an increase in sword. Select the second one, you get an increase in heavy weapons. Third one, unarmed. And fourth one, crossbows and bows. But we're going to go with the sword because that's the one we're going to use mostly.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Istvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Istvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Let's go and strip, Henry.
Well,
Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
just down
Are
to
you
our
really going to
underwear.
bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Oates looks a little concerned.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Ah, Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
Hey, I became a monk, so maybe you could become a monk. In KCD1,
That's a view fit for a king.
this is from the trailer. One of the trailers.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Look at the lines.
Come on.
Look at the lines on his arms and on his torso. It's almost like the rendering isn't working too well.
Oh, that really shrivels the old ballsack.
Uh-oh. I hear women.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans!
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Sir Hans is a little bit of a perv.
Hans!
But he's our perv.
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer.
So this is just amazing.
They must be close.
These graphics are amazing. Now, I'm playing it in 4K, so that probably has something to do with it, but this is just, I love it. I love it. I think it is much better than KCD1, and I really thought KCD1's graphics were great as well. I played that in 1440p.
Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer.
See? Hans is a little bit of a pervert. He wants to see if they're bathing. Oh, there's somebody in front of us.
Shit! One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way, right in our path. Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
This is something new, being able to throw a stone. Usually stones to knock nests out of trees as well. But press G to throw a pebble next to the girl. That will distract her attention. So we'll do it.
What was that sound?
And so there's a little hair
What was that?
underneath the compass showing that somebody's looking for us.
Let's go.
They're singing in Czech, which is, it sounds beautiful.
go even closer, but carefully.
Cutscene. Look at this. Look at how he's grinning. So there's three beautiful women sitting there cleaning, doing their laundry. Sounds like there's fighting. I hear fighting. Sword fighting.
Henry, I told you.
Oh no.
Fucking God, you're a
They're killing our buddies. Nicholas! Go! Tankard! Damn it! Conrad! Damn it. And now he's already dead. Leave him alone.
We've got to do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake.
No chance of being a monk either. Damn. I was beginning to like those guys too. They're good friends, good companions. That guy looks familiar.
A letter. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
Hey, leave her alone. Scumbag.
Hey! What the fuck are you doing? Hey!
Hand off her, you brute!
What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs! That pastor's with them! Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run! Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? She's mine!
Apparently, she's not yours. What are you looking at? He doesn't war on women.
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiots! After them! Along the bank! Christ! When did you learn to swim?
It's dog paddling. That's not swimming.
Just now.
Dog paddling is not swimming. Oh, he got hit.
Fucking armor!
Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side! Oh,
hit.
these horses, quick!
That's not good. Hans isn't a doctor.
Oh, Mott.
Mutt's getting away.
What the fuck was that, Henry? You're rescuing a damsel in distress.
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What? Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this.
No, wait! Ah!
Fuck! Wait. It was a crossbow bolt.
We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll manage.
I'll manage.
I'll manage.
I'll lead the way.
I still say that guy looks familiar. The one with the torch. Looks very familiar.
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish.
Scumbags. Killing those guys. You're a wanted man. The hair icon.
We'll get out of the woods and find someone. Then we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up. So, how far is it to Trotsky?
The hair icon means they're looking for us. The hair has a magnifying glass in his hand like he's inspecting things.
There's someone in front of us! Down!
Of course I know down.
They mustn't get away. Got that? Call out as soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the gorge.
We can't go this way. We'll go around.
You two, go up there. Get a move on. You watch this side of the rocks.
I'm pretty injured.
And you, go to the pond. If they didn't succeed in swimming to the other side of the pond, I want to know. Then come back and give me a full report.
Sacra!
Footprints.
He'll see us. We'll have to wait.
Do you honestly think they can
Get
swim
to
all
work.
the fucking way across?
Shut up, or the chief will hear you.
It's still easier here than that skirmish on the other side.
Stumbling about in the pitch black, when all your torch does is blind you.
Leave it out. Catching some naked men in the forest is better than getting killed in a skirmish.
Maybe, but I still can't see a bloody thing.
We'll fight. Do the bit and get
We've got to get to that tree trunk up ahead, quietly. There's more of them up top. Fuck!
Yeah, there are. At least this isn't as dark as it should be. You know, if it was...
I played dice against Lefty yesterday.
They're coming here!
Shouldn't you be
Stand
keeping
still!
watch instead? You reckon we'll find them, do you? If they try to swim across the pond, they'll be found half dead somewhere on the bank, not
Run!
here.
Quick!
Why are we moving down instead of being high up? Because you can't see shit.
It sounds like Fritz, the Fritz voice actor from KCD1.
Oh, no. Fuck, they're in front of us. Quick, into the rocks.
Where are you, you curva? They're fleeing into the rocks. Hurry! Run around. We'll catch them at the top.
What now?
Hey?
People up top.
Hans! There's more of them up top.
Here! Run ahead of them!
There's more of them up top.
Where now, for fuck's sake?
Top.
Damn it, they're everywhere!
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us.
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake.
Stop it! This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way. If we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
Alright. So he means back here. Looks like a dead end. So we're going to go back to Sir Hans and tell him it's a dead end. Where's Sir Hans?
Oh, fuck. Where's Capon? He must
Where
have
are
fled
they?
from them through the other
Don't know.
gorge. I have to
They
find
must
him.
have come this way, damn it. If only that bloody idiot Nails hadn't broken his leg climbing down the cliff. He was trying to catch up with him. Aye. But he shouldn't have jumped down in the dark. You keep watch here, and I'll go and push through. Give me a shout if you see them.
Aye. When the others get here, we'll move in from both sides.
And send someone after me, too.
Got it.
So we're going to use a rock to distract this guy.
What?
And then we're just going to follow this guy for a while.
Hans, hey!
Hey, Hans! Where is he?
I'm gonna just slip in here under this rock, or behind this rock. Hope that guy goes back. He does. We'll wait for just a few seconds, and then we'll move on. That was a dead deer.
Oh, this looks like a way out. Hans!
Here! Oh, thank God we found each other. I didn't manage to warn you when those soldiers popped up in front of me. I only just avoided being seen. And I only found my way out of those bloody rocks a while ago.
Okay. That's why we couldn't find you. Down you go. Oh, shit. Oh, now we're armed, pal.
Fuck you, Horson!
You fight like an old hag!
Bastard!
Seems like a very far fall.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started.
This looks like
I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
This is from KCD1.
If you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists. We did a fine job.
That was right before Skeleton was attacked. He was talking to his dad, and they were forging a sword for Sir Razikobola, his real father. But this seems like the dream sequence at the end where he talks to his dad of KCD1.
Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits.
Huh?
Like keeping your head on your shoulders. Ah. Now, come now. I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are.
Sir Dadzig.
Am I? Am I dead? Not yet. I'm dead, though.
A little bit of gallows humor.
Well, if I'm not, then how come you chose a different path than I wanted for you? And maybe that's how it was meant to be.
This gives me chills.
But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up.
This reminds me of Rocky V.
It's not over yet.
When Mick is telling Rocky to get up.
For the love of God,
because the fight
wake
isn't
up.
over.
Pull yourself together, Henry.
I didn't hear no bell.
Thank Christ. Oh, I thought you were done for.
Hey, Hans got
Where
some,
am I?
some clothes.
Well, you dropped out of the sky like a shot-down hawk.
Wow.
that fella landed with you. You broke your fall nicely, otherwise you'd have ended up the same as him.
What are you wearing?
Well, you won't be needing it.
He took the
You
guy's
can't be running
clothes.
naked through the woods. And if you're capable of running at all...
And where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Just don't worry about your dog. He can look after himself. Right, we've got to disappear. Right, come on, I'll help you up.
Henry's in a bad way. Main quest started for Tuna.
How are you holding up?
I'm going to say not bad, even though it is bad.
It's not so bad.
All right. That'll have to do for now. As long as you're able to talk. As long as you talk, I know you're hanging in there. Henry, what are you staring at?
It's Sigismund and Sir Mark von Allen's. It's a hallucination.
They're here. Sigismund's army.
The only army here is the one-man army of Sir Hans Cape.
Not good either.
Jesus.
That was a hallucination.
Don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
Let's go. We have to go.
But the gate is closed.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
Fuck.
We remember it's Gallus.
What's the matter?
Scallis is in flames. We're gonna die here.
You survived Scallis, and you'll survive this. Come on.
Bianca.
That was his girlfriend
Come
from
on.
KCD1 before Scallis was killed, or burnt when she was killed. And then Teresa became his girlfriend.
Father?
Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else in
Father!
the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Are you mad?
Mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what
Come
I
on.
say right now. Give the sword to Sir
For
Roger.
Christ's sake.
If anything happens, he'll take
Come
care of you.
on.
Promise me.
Let's go.
Oh, you can hardly stand, damn it.
Listen to Hans.
But we'll make it together. You'll see.
This is just so well done. This part gives me chills.
Henry, focus. Henry, pull yourself together. Please. God, there's nobody here. You're just imagining things.
Run. No.
Don't give in to it. Hang in there.
That's him. He was watching him.
Mark.
Make it together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this. It's all right, Henry. I've got you. Just a little further. Henry, wake up.
The linden tree. Just like Father always wanted.
Yep. That's where
No, we can't stop.
And Pa.
That's where they died. Well, this isn't where they died.
Right.
He's hallucinating it, but
They're all dead.
But we aren't yet. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see it too.
I see the light.
Don't go into the light. No, that's something.
Hold on.
else.
Hold on. We.
Pavlena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
He didn't
Right.
close the door,
I'll see what I can do for
but
him.
it's closed.
Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
My parents.
That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. And we were ambushed. But don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Now I've got you, whore sons.
Think again, strong!
Hey, lad! Are you alive, lad?
He's hallucinating, or he's dreaming about Skalitz again. Every time he goes into a coma or a fever, he dreams about Skalitz. Right before the attack. And here comes the attack. And he ran away, or rode away, injured.
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone. Who? Who burned it to the ground? A huge army. They attacked without warning.
Talberg.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
I am Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother?
I ain't your ma, laddie. Oh, may all the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
Well, Hans looks alive.
What happened? What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
Well, I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
Will you help him?
But you'll help him, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
I want to go with the understatement again.
I've had worse. My shoulders stings a bit, but I'm all right otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushenna's my name.
Well, I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Terrible fall. Miraculously, you survived the terrible fall, but you lost several main level, skill, and perk points due to your extensive injuries. You have no choice but to recover and regain them gradually later in the game. Game save. So let's to bandage, you just select the bandage and then you click to the D until you get to 100% and then E to confirm. So we're not bleeding anymore. You're hungry, find and grab something to eat, open your inventory and eat the food by holding down E. You can also eat from the pot on the stove. I never turn down free food, and this is free food. But in this game,
That's really good. So good I wouldn't say no to some more.
You can't just go up to any pot and eat it. If you do,
Aye. True bliss is a full belly.
if you do just go up to any pot, it's stealing, and you'll get in trouble. You have to pay for it by paying for room and board. But here she said, eat from the soup on the stove. So we can't eat anymore. Let's go outside. Let's check on
Hans, can you hear me, friend? Christ. In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you. And over Bajana, too.
Alright, let's pray for him. That's what a good Catholic would do.
Lord God Almighty,
or a Christian.
Look down on a poor sinner and hear my heartfelt prayer. Protect Sir Hans and don't let him die. Just as he didn't let me die. Preserve his life. Because he's a young gentleman. Brave and just and a good Christian. And look down on Bajana too. And let her save Sir Hans. And deliver her from all evil. And grant her grace. Because she herself is merciful and didn't turn us away in our hour of need. Amen.
Amen.
That was a pretty good prayer.
You've lost a lot of blood.
So let's go out here. Oh, there's a guy that he killed. He dropped a torch. He dropped a sword.
This will be the weapon used by the bastard who cut up Sir Hans.
And I always remember to loot everybody as much as possible if I can. So we're equipping the sword. We're going to equip the miner's hood. I'm not going to equip the hunter's belt at this time. I don't want to read the information, but that's something new, a hunter's belt, and you get extra slots from it. I am going to equip the worn gambeson, the beggar's hose, the vagrant's boots. We really don't have anything else. We can equip a torch as well. And if you have a torch equipped, you hit R to actually light it and raise it. And then you hit R to put it away again. She said clean ourselves, so you go to a bucket of water and wash yourself. This won't get you completely clean, but it'll wash off.
I feel like a new man.
It'll wash off most of your blood. I don't think it'll clean dirty clothes. I think you have to wash clothes with soap, which is new. Anyway, this is going to be a good time to actually cut this video and end the video. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is the playthrough of KCD2. I've been waiting for it for 7 years now, and I'm finally playing it. And I'm going to do a playthrough of it. And I think it's just a gorgeous game. I think it looks a lot better than KCD1, which I thought was a gorgeous game too. But look at this detail. Just amazing. But anyway, thank you very much. I will see you next time. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. And you can also click the bell for notifications to be notified for any new videos. But anyway, I will see you next time. Thank you very much.